What is going on, all you spacefaring Cobras out there, you travelers, explorers, and you pirates? Pull your starships over and let's get this show started. Tell your friends we're streaming live and tune their galactic radios into this weird broadcast that we've got. This is The Daily Show, and we are about to get started.
Everybody, I hate to throw out this interruption, but it's probably for the best. I gotta go because I don't know where I'm at.
You better put seatbelts on your ears because Cobra's about to take them for the ride of their life on Cobra TV.
And when we ship the game, not everything will be possible, but this is a game I think we're going to be making for quite a while, you know, even after it comes out.
You have these people that are going to be able to buy this game on Xbox, and they are being actively driven away by people who haven't played this game in the last year. They're going off of this whole idea that, like, Sean Murray lied in 2016, and they're still using that to steer people away from No Man's Sky. And it's an unfair criticism. We have to be louder than the people that are talking about 2016 and driving away potential, new members of our community in the Xbox crowd for something that, one, wasn't true then and is especially no longer.
You tuned in to the only station in the galaxy, broadcasting right from Euclid. Whether you're watching or listening, this is Cobra TV, and this is a podcast.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Our demise is upon us, travelers. Prophecies have foretold the destruction of our universe. I encourage all travelers, interlopers, nomads alike to repent our sins and embrace each other in this trying time. Our universe is about to be reset. Our homes destroyed. All creatures on every planet will be twisted and transformed into new forms and beings. Fear the Atlas, Luke 16, and all the forces that want to tear apart our fabric of what we think is our reality. The end is coming! The end is coming! Find a safe place and brace for impact. I hope we are all the same. After the great reset, 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 reset. The end is coming! I hope we are all the same. After the great reset.
Hello, travelers, interlopers, traders, and farmers. Explorers, bounty hunters, pirates, and you strange glowing entities out there. Viking Korvax and you disgusting smelling geck. May the Atlas allow my voice to fall upon every strange ear, and that this space transmission reaches every galaxy and dimension. Today on The Daily Show, we are broadcasting from the Euclid Galaxy somewhere deep in space. This, as said before, is The Daily Show on Cobra TV. Call in today and let's make contact. Like to give a big shout out to Cuz Walt leaving that donation there And that's amazing. Hashtag that cuz in the chat. He is a Cobro. Everybody's a Cobro, but he is also a Cobro. Thank you so much, cuz. All right, you know what? Scrap the rest of this. We are ready to go. We are not going to let this music play out. We're just going to go ahead and get it off. Well, you know what? It's almost over. It is almost over in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are live. What is going on, everybody? How's everyone doing? This is our attempt to stream every day, to do the live show, the live subcast every single day. This is very difficult for me, but it's something that I want to do. It has always been a dream of mine to actually take the subcast into the next level and be able to have at least an hour show every single day where people can call in. And I figured, you know, let's try it out. You know, even if it doesn't last, I want to do it until I have the words to be able to do it. There's some amazing people out in the community, and everybody's voice should be heard. And they're, you know, when I started this upcast a long time ago, it's because I wanted people to have a voice. I wanted the No Man's Sky community to be able to have a voice instead of just a YouTuber out up here talking on a video and everybody commenting down below or whatever. I wanted the community that joined Cobra TV to be able to come on the show, say what they wanted to say, even if it's against my own opinion. You know, everybody should have a voice, and that's what the subcast is for. It's for you guys. So if you want to get on the show, come on the show, add me on Skype, LpoLi1622, LpoLi1622, that's LpoLi1622. We're going to stay off camera today. I'm going to put some stuff on the screen here. We got the game in case, you know, I get some itchy fingers and want to go ahead and start cruising around in the galaxy here. And, you know, interesting conversations. Sometimes conversations can get so far away from me, and they're so interesting between two callers that I don't even want to say anything to interrupt because it's so interesting. And if things get that way, from now on, I'm just going to let those two guys talk and let us listen to what they're saying. And then I'm just going to start playing the game and not interrupt those. But we had a great show last night. We had Ray Rod on the show. We had Cyrus, who made the game or made the fake entry Venture Unknown that was featured in the last Where email that we've got. So that was really cool. He was on the show. Ray Rod was on the show, given what people are starting to call his epic rap about features that that are actually in the files, and they could be in the game. So that was an amazing segment to the show, and maybe I will make a rap out of it just to have a little bit of fun. But yeah, guys, call into the show today. You know, I fall asleep like a brick, right? But there's like a 5 or 10 minute buffer before I actually do fall asleep. And that buffer is pretty dangerous to me because I start to think about things and conspiracies and stuff like that. And I tell you, the most, even of Waking Titan the first time around and Waking Titan this time around, the thing that is like lingering in my, you know, my brainwaves and just like poisoning and possessing my head so much is Where is the strangest thing to me. It, you know, it's controversial. It is. It has become a major controversy because a lot of people are, you know, thinking that it's just a way to tell the lore of how we got stuck inside the simulation. A lot of people think it's a way for Hello Games to hint that there's going to be VR in No Man's Sky. And that has taken off like a rocket ship, the VR conversation. And, you know, so the fact that it's supposed to be part of the lore, but yet Where is actually trying to make itself look like it's a real thing, even encouraging us to send the survey to actual developers, is kind of confusing to me. You know, on the survey it says if you know a dev team or whatever, a studio, send this survey on over to them. That is strange to me, very strange. But as I was tossing and turning, I started thinking to myself, what could possibly be Where? What is this? Is it VR? Are people right? Are people right? Is this VR? but then I started, thinking about Sam Swain, and I started thinking about his engine of parents, and then I started thinking about something that we said on the show, and this is in no way saying that Hello Games took, listened to our show and got the idea, but this is just something that is, we talked about on the show a long time ago, and of a feature that we would like to see in No Man's Sky, and that feature was a campaign maker. And, this development team, how they're asking all of us to submit game ideas kind of got me thinking to maybe, just maybe, just maybe, Where is actually a program that's inside No Man's Sky that allows us to have the creative freedom to create our own types of games within the universe of No Man's Sky. Maybe that's what this is all about. Game ideas. What would your game idea be? So therefore, when they release this, I get it. We can kind of create our own games within No Man's Sky, our own story modes, our own campaign maker, so to speak. Maybe that's what Where is. Maybe that's why it's asking all of us who were not developers to submit game ideas. Maybe. Wouldn't that be cool, though? Wouldn't that be really amazing? And that, to me, I think would allow No Man's Sky to stand on its own two legs and have sustainability to where we wouldn't actually be living update to update, because some of these updates, they're major, but we play through them so quick, and it's just like, what's the next update? I want the next update. It's time. It's a week past when we normally get the update. So maybe Where could actually be a way for us to create our own types of games within No Man's Sky. Not on the level of Dreams for PS4, not on that level, but like a little campaign maker or something like that. I don't know, but I would like you guys to come on, give your opinion on what you think that could possibly, if that could possibly be something that's a possibility. And it's a stretch, you know what I mean? It's a big stretch, but it's purely speculation. It's just an idea that's inside of a can that I'm kicking around. But no way, shape, or form do I think that's coming. It's just a way for me to kind of, what is Where? What is Where? But a lot of people will come on the show probably and tell me it's VR. And I think Where's important. It's important because it's on the official advertisement for Next. And that could either be a way for Xbox community to get involved into the ARG, like, because people are going to be like, what is Where? And then they'll go looking and then they'll get involved in ARG. Or it's an actual function that's going to be inside the game. Some kind of, way for us to create our own little mini games or something like that. I don't know. All right. But the dev kit will be ready this summer. For Where it'll be ready this summer, and so will Next. So that's also something to think about. Where will be ready this summer, and so will Next, and so will the copy of Xbox. So there's three things to look forward to: whatever Where is, which I think is inside Next update, Next itself, and the Xbox release and 10-cent Wii game. So today, call into the show. Let's talk a little bit about Where. But real quick before I start taking callers. Okay, we got a couple of people I think that want to come on. Before we start taking callers, I want to kind of go over some community things, guys. Let's see. Let me take we're going to take the chat off just for a quick second here, and I want to kind of give a shout out to whoops. Oh, there's Snow Obsidian's picture. That's awesome. Okay, so this is Whit Woolley. His name is Jason. He messaged me a little while back, and I've been meaning to bring it up. So this is a big shout out to you, Jason. It says, "Hey Cobra, 4 days ago I was attacked by a gang. I had my jaw fixed with titanium plates and been recovering. Soon I'll be able to go home. During that time, I've been too tired and doped up on morphine. I've been watching your videos. Something about your positivity, bro, your optimism and unquenchable thirst for the unknown has helped me through a tough and isolated few days. So thank you, Cobra. You have been my favorite YouTuber for 3 years now. Thank you for being an amazing example of enduring positivity. Honestly, love your channel. You have my deepest respect and admiration, Jason." Big shout out to you, Jason. I hope you're home by now. And if you're not, I hope you're going to be home soon. And I also... you know, just that's a sad thing, dude. It's a real sad thing that happened to you, man. I hope you're doing well. And thank you so much for the kind words. The next thing that I want to show is some, oops. Okay. Wrong button. All right. Some fan art that was submitted through email. Somebody emailed these to me. I'm going to take the chat log off again. All right. So here's some fan mail. This is all from somebody that goes by the name of Tomcat. So that's pretty amazing. Awesome job there, Tomcat. Oh, we got Jason up again. I am not doing a very good job here. Let's see. And here's another one here from Tomcat. It's a taller picture of a ship. So that's, excuse me. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. He's got one more on here, but I'm so disorganized. Wrong button. Right there. There it is. Woo. We're almost through this. I'm messing up so bad. So this is another fan art of No Man's Sky from Tomcat. So great job, Tomcat. That's some pretty amazing stuff. Okay, so we're going to get some colors on. I see Panda wants to come on. And Ivy Mike as well. So let's go ahead and get Ivy Mike. Ivy Mike is the YouTube channel that does all the permadeath cave matches. Ivy Mike. Ivy Mike.
Hey, what's up, Cobra?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Chilling,
man. Chilling. Enjoying the day off.
Oh, that's good, man. It's good. It's not my day off, unfortunately, but I'll have one tomorrow. It's a pleasure to have you on the show, dude. I love your YouTube channel. I loved how you went through Cyrus's pictures and all that. That was amazing. Just all around great YouTube channel, bud. I just wanted to say that before we get started.
Oh, I appreciate that so much, Cobra. Same to you, man. You got some just spot on content. It's always entertaining.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, bud. What brings you on today?
I was just hanging out, saw you were live, so I figured to hop on. I actually have, that video I did, I had some misinformation in there about him actually being part of the Awakened Titan. He actually added that in there, that code, and I thought that was added by Hello Games. So, it's so confusing, all the different parts of this Awakened Titan thing. It's amazing.
It really is. It so is. And I was thinking, a lot of people are starting to pick those games apart and saying maybe this is a hint to what's inside next. I was entertaining the thought last night before I actually went to bed that possibly Where could be a way for us to make our own little mini games within the No Man's Sky universe.
I'm almost hoping that they're like looking for real ideas to then use Hello Labs to make them come to life. That's what I would love to see come out of all this Where stuff.
Well, that brings me to another conspiracy thought that I had, with Where. So I got many different conspiracies. Where, think about this. They have Sam Swain that is working there at Hello Games as an employee, as someone who's actually working on No Man's Sky. Now, Sam Swain also has an engine, a procedurally generated engine he's been working on for years that procedurally generates cities and city biomes and dungeons and all kinds of other things. Now, on his website, he calls this engine Appearance, and Appearance is something he's been working on, and he wants to get it finished, and he wants funding, and he also wants, his dream for Appearance is to put this engine in the hands of developers so that they could use it for their games, and he also wants to make a game himself out of Appearance. But he also made a post on his website Appearance that, hey, here's an update. I had to quit working on Appearance because I had to get work. I had to get a job and feed my kids. But now I've landed a full-time job that allows me to work on Appearance and the full-time job at the same time. Okay, so that job is actually Hello Games that he was speaking about. So here he is with an engine.
That was like a year ago, right? That was over a year ago.
Yeah. He's been hired over a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So here he is working at Hello Games, possibly the project that Sean Murray mentioned at GDC where they said they had one procedural experimental game already for Hello Labs, right? So his project is probably under Hello Labs, plus he's an employee. Plus, he's wanting to use appearance to give to developers to use for a game, an already existing game. And so his engine is able to be used by an already existing game. And who do you think would use it? Hello Games? You know, I mean, that if you're Sam Swain and you want somebody to use your engine, who would you really want to use it? Think about that. So
yeah, no, it makes sense.
So with that said, since he wants to put this in the hands of developers, maybe parents, maybe its name has changed to Where. Because it's an engine that is being made for developers to use, and Where as a dev kit, meaning, you know, meant for developers to use. So are we looking at maybe this is Where's not even No Man? Well, maybe Where's not No Man's Sky. Maybe Where is the game Sam Swain wanted to work on, or the one that's under Hello Labs. I don't know. Where's probably the most confusing thing I think that's ever happened to me during the entire story of No Man's Sky. Period.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one other thing, I don't know, I haven't really heard anyone talk about it. So over on the No Man's Sky Facebook page, you know, they're set up for this event in September of 2018, and it's basically an art display. And part of it is disrupting industries with video games. And, you know, how they got to feel real confident going to this event a month after summertime of when they're releasing a new update about, you know, so pretty exciting stuff. I can't wait.
Oh, 100% agree, man. 100% agree. Explorer, thank you so much, buddy, for the donation. It says you rock Cobra, No Man's Sky forever. Thank you, buddy. Hashtag Explorer in the chat. What a Cobra. Oh, my gosh. I'm messing up my screen here. It's a good thing people can't see the mistakes I'm making. Well, we got Panda on the call. Panda, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Pretty good, Cobra. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Do you drive for a living? It sounds like you're always in your car.
I am always in my car. No, I'm always on the road. I have over 200 locations that I deal with for my job. So I am a driving maniac.
That's crazy, bud. That's crazy. What brings you on the show today, Panda?
I just wanted to call in to agree with you. You mentioned on the last subcast that you're one of the few people that think that the game looks better now than it did like pre-release or whatever. And I was just calling to agree with you on that. And me and Hidden Jew Agenda, my YouTube channel partner, had an hour-long conversation about it where ultimately we ended up pulling up on YouTube the old footage and comparing it to like new screenshots, like textures and stuff. And I think I've pretty much got him convinced that the graphics are better as well. The art style is different. I like the pre-release art style, but the graphics are better.
I agree. The textures on the terrain and things like that just look so amazing now. But when it comes to like the animals, like you said, you know, like the large dinosaurs and things like that, yeah, I agree. That looks a heck of a lot better. We got a donation from Dirty Boy Sing to God. Thank you so much, buddy. Hashtag Dirty Boy Sing to God in the chat. We got Kyle Cover also in the chat. Kyle, awesome. I don't know if you guys seen his trailer.
No, I'm with you, Panda. You know, you turn up the you turn up that graphic settings on PC, and maybe you have a high resolution monitor. You throw it on there. You can't capture that on YouTube because the bit rates are so limited on YouTube. The color and the depth of resolution you get on the PC version, it's just unreal.
Well, and like when I'm playing on PlayStation, like because I played on a PS4 Pro on a 4K HDR TV, PlayStation makes you switch HDR off when you go to stream it because it distorts the color. So I'm sitting at my house like I wish a lot of people could see like what I'm seeing right now because like this looks great. Just the color palette, all the dynamic range, everything, and then
I'm so excited for Xbox release and these Xbox players to just put down all this money on an HDR 4K Xbox One X. I mean and that has more horsepower than the Pro PlayStation. It is going to be phenomenal on that system. I mean, mind blowing.
My brother has an Xbox One X. I have the Xbox One, but he's got the One X, and we both have Far Cry 5. And I was watching him play Far Cry 5 on the One X, and the graphics look about the same, but his game is running at a faster frame rate, so it just looks
super
better.
Smooth. Yeah, smooth.
It's sick.
Yep.
Does the PS4 Pro really improve it? No Man's Sky that much, because it looks amazing on my regular PS4.
If you have a 4K HDR screen, so if you bought it in the last 2 or 3 years and it has HDR support, that's where you get that even greater color depth. I mean, No Man's Sky Vanilla had amazing color depth, but when you have that HDR display, it's able to go even for. You can't explain it, and you have to see it. Go to a store and look at a HDR TV on display with HDR content.
Okay,
mind blowing.
Okay. Especially if it's a bright, like if you have the HDR bright option. My TV has a HDR dark, HDR regular, and HDR bright, and different games look better under different settings. But No Man's Sky looks really good under HDR bright. And with a PS4 Pro, there's different configurations that you could play it on for your liking. So the PlayStation 4 Pro can run No Man's Sky at 60 FPS at 1080p. But with the latest PlayStation update with super sampling, you get enhanced graphics anyway. So you might lose out on some of that HDR, but you get really crispy like frame rates. So the PS4 Pro is kind of worth it when it comes to just the different settings that you can enable and how you can play No Man's Sky. So it's starting to it kind of like my friend plays on PC. It's not quite that nice, but it's getting there.
That's awesome. Guys, we got a returning champion on the call here. We got Jacob. Jacob, how you doing, buddy? Jacob? Mr. Jacob. Give him a couple hours. He'll come around. Jacob's a little shy. Okay, so I don't know if you guys want to I know I talked about this last night, and I'm obsessed about it. I really want to know everybody's opinion that comes on the show about where. What do you think it is?
Oh, it's a tough question, Cobra. Man, it's just, I don't want to get my hype train, my personal hype train going too much. But if it is them really working on VR for the future, I really doubt it's going to be indexed. But if it's kind of like the long-term goal, it's a kind of worked with one hardware partner, it would be amazing. But
do you think this could be some kind of like third-party headset or device that would work on Microsoft, Xbox, and PS4 and PC?
That's what I was going to bring up. So I started doing some research on this the other day because my opinions of where seem to change on the daily right now as I look deeper into it.
Right.
But I started to ask myself, I was looking back at it because I
Hello? Oh, we've been silenced by the Men in Black.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not allowed to talk. We're not allowed to talk about where. It's top secret. That's what Jacob was going to come on and talk about today, and that's why he's not speaking.
They got to him.
Panda, you there, bud? Yeah, sorry. I had a call come in that, for some reason, Skype, even if my phone's on Do Not Disturb, the call overrides the Skype. But anyway, I started to ask myself why the PlayStation VR keeps going on sale, because there's no console equivalent that competes with it. You see what I'm saying? It's the only hardware of its kind on console.
You're breaking up really bad, but
then I started to. I apologize. Can you hear me better now?
It's a connectivity issue, actually.
I'll try to hang up and call back and just get back to me. I'll get back to it. I'm sorry.
Okay, bud. All right. Jacob, are you with us now? No, Jacob. Jacob just likes to be here.
Yeah, he wants to hear it firsthand. Doesn't want that, it's 8-second delay.
Right. Yeah. we're going to get another caller. We're going to get Andy on the show. I can't remember. I think Andy was on last night, but I can't remember. Andy, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Cobra?
Not too much, man. It's good to have you on the show. What brings you on today, bud?
I just wanted to talk about Where, and sitting here at home playing some No Man's Sky, so just thought I'd hop on the chat.
Awesome, dude. Good. I want to hear your opinion on Where.
Well, yesterday you touched on the fact that the schedule for Where is probably going to be overlapping with the next update. So maybe it is something for the future after the next update and not so much towards for the next update. Maybe that's just, a thought. I'm not really sure if anyone else thought the same thing. I agree with you that I think a parent is probably going to be in the dev kit for Where, or maybe they just changed the name.
Yeah, that's also a good train of thought that I've been having. Yeah. What I mean by Where can get in the way with next Xbox release, is with Where it's Waking Titan. So with Waking Titan going, things are being spoon-fed to us by puzzling, through the ARG. Now, if Xbox wants to do a good ad campaign for, selling this game, potential players or consumers for the Xbox community, they can see what the game looks like all over YouTube. There's videos, there's 10-hour videos, there's tons of videos that have just like enough for people to see what the game looks like. So to sell it to Xbox, I think if Xbox can see what the game looks like right now, it's not good enough to them if they're not already on board to buy it. So I would like to see an ad campaign from 505 Games or Xbox to advertise this game. And the only way to really do that is to kind of advertise a trailer showing some of the things that might be in next, right? But with Waking Titan going on, those two things are going to clash. It's either do the advertising and get rid of Waking Titan, or just do Waking Titan in a way that advertises it better. I don't know. But
you can't. The problem is you don't want to confuse new consumers. People that really haven't heard about No Man's Sky. Not everyone. Waking Titan is insane to someone outside of the No Man's Sky community. It's insane. You ever try to tell someone about Waking Titan?
Yeah, you just give up.
It's impossible. No Man's Sky. Yeah. They don't. They look at you like, yeah.
yeah. I've even caught myself. I'm like, yeah. There's this really cool ARG.
No, don't ARG? Bring it up at work. I'm just letting you know.
Their next question is, that I usually get is, what's an ARG? I'm like, then you got to explain what that is. And then you're like, okay, so Waking Titan, in the beginning, there was the cassette tapes, and then there was never mind. Never mind.
Exactly. But so anyway, they need to come up with a way. I always say 3 words or less. You want to advertise something, they need a 3-word ad campaign that's going to go out and really kind of spell it out for people.
Right. Yeah. So Johnny B in the chat says the Where logo seems to imply VR, AR Where to me. If it's not VR, okay, it looks like VR. It looks like V/ ARE looks like VR, right? So if you're Hello Games, you're Sean Murray, and you're sitting at home and you see maybe it looks like a mistake, like, oh gosh, we didn't realize it looked like that. Look at the community. Everybody's talking about VR. Even people outside of No Man's Sky community are reporting that No Man's Sky could get VR, right? So if you're Sean Murray, you got to do something right away as a business. Step in, and a lot of people say, well, they don't want to break immersion of the ARG. So back in the first Waking Titan, when they announced the Atlas passes that we were going to get in the mail, a lot of people went crazy and said, these are beta testing keys. Well, Sean Murray or Hello Games, somebody there came out and told somebody on Discord, who was a Discord leader, to relay the message, and it was official. It was an official relay of no, the Atlas passes are not beta keys. Okay, so here we are again with another controversy like the beta keys, and they're not saying anything. They're not having any messages relayed. We got a donation from Legend. Oh God, I got to see what it says. It's not in the right screen. It says, Cobra, you're the best, man. Maybe I might be on the show if I manage to. I hope you do, buddy. Hashtag Legend Productions in the chat, guys. I hope you do come on the show. But they haven't come out and said anything like they did with the beta key controversy.
Cobra, what's worse, breaking immersion from the ARG or having a potential backlash after the release of Next?
Right, the backlash would be worse.
Exactly.
And, yeah, and it's a good point.
Like I said yesterday, they got out in front of, apparently it was going to leak, right? So Sean Murray got out in front and announced No Man's Sky Next. So he can do the same thing if he felt that the VR rumors were getting out of control and too many people were hyping up the VR rumors. But they haven't done that. And that's why I think it's VR.
Did the leak ever happen after the tweet?
No, it didn't. See,
yeah, so
that's why the only leak.
I don't think there ever was going to be a leak, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I'm 100%. I don't think there was a leak. For one, for many different reasons. For one, the only person that came out with an immediate pre-planned advertisement was 505 Games. It looked like it was already ready to be published and made public. So if anybody was going to leak it, it was 505. And then backtrack.
Maybe someone at 505, leaked to the press or something, though. You never know.
I doubt it. 100% doubt it. Because the first person to publish it besides Sean Murray was 505 Games. Okay. But the lead up to Sean Murray announcing Next because of the leak was a puzzle within ARG. We had to go through the whole hex code and all this weird stuff and figure out the code Morpheus and text it to his phone or something. And then he said, okay, the announcement will be 11 BST. Right? And then he announced that Next was coming. So I don't think that there was a leak. It was very planned for the ARG. A lot of planning went involved in, announcing Next. And I don't think it was a leak, period. Jacob, are you with us now? No, Jacob. All right.
Cobra, I agree with you. I don't think it was a leak per se. I think it was, one of those marketing techniques, some of these companies use.
I do too. I really do too. But yeah, I mean, they broke immersion, for the from the ARG to announce that it was not, the Atlas passes were not beta keys, but here they are with a very huge potential backlash with VR, and they're not breaking immersion for this. So that's this, in preparation.
There's no way to know, though. There's no way to know.
I know, and I'm literally preparing myself to have another onslaught of craziness on the YouTube channel here, because when it launched, you guys don't know what I went through. You don't. I mean, a lot of you guys went through the same thing. A lot of you did. But a lot of people blamed me because they couldn't get to Sean. The things that they said to me, they knew I would say something back. They knew I would comment back, but they knew they couldn't get a reaction out of Sean. So they said something to me, and it was just crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And I feel like if this doesn't go right with VR and Wear, and if this doesn't go right with the text,
Cobra, why'd you tell us all it had VR, man?
If this doesn't go well with the text that's on 505 Games advertising this game, because anybody who reviews Xbox is going to use that selling text to show that it still lies, right? And this could potentially be horrible, and I'm kind of preparing myself for that. And I don't want to see this happen again. And I think there's a lot of issues surrounding this whole entire thing with Wear.
Well, at least there's no video of Sean Murray on a talk show talking about VR.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he could come out and say, "No, I didn't say it was VR. What are you talking about? You did."
We all made the assumptions that there was going to be VR.
On the 505 website and on GameStop and on Amazon, all the game descriptions are virtually the same. And it's not, I don't think it's an accident. I think they're very optimistic and very clear. Hello Games has had this entire time to pull videos off their website. Look how many times they've changed their website to update news or update patch notes or for updates. And every time they add a new update, they add a new section to their page, Foundation, Atlas Rises, all that kind of stuff next. They do all these changes and they release all these promo videos for their updates, but they've never once gone back and removed any of the things that got them in trouble in the first place. They haven't pulled any of the videos. They haven't pulled any of the E3 trailers. They haven't pulled any of that stuff. This is all calculated. This is all very careful. And I think that whatever is in that text for 505 and on Amazon and GameStop, when you go to order the game, that the game description, I think that is very clearly intended to be there. There's no way that Sean would do that to himself and his team again.
Yeah,
Right.
I definitely feel like the mission has been the same since the beginning, and they're not wavering from it, no matter what happened to them, and so I respect that, and I agree.
That's a good point. That's a real good point. We got a new caller on the show. We got Brian. Brian, how you doing, buddy?
This is actually Open World Addict. That's the name I use.
Okay, awesome. Open World Addict. How you doing, bud? What brings you on today?
Oh, because I've been wanting to get on for quite a while. I love No Man's Sky. I love listening to your shows. And I wanted to get on for quite a while. And I'm absolutely excited about the next update.
Right. And what do you think is in it? What is your kind of speculation of what we're going to see next?
To tell you the truth, I don't know. I read that there's maybe some more multiplayer updates, which would be fantastic.
I think that's a given. Multiplayer is 100% given. And what's really interesting on the wording is on the last blog post that we got with Atlas Rises, when he mentioned what was in Atlas Rises, he said this is the first step in synchronized cooperative gameplay. First step. And the new blog post he said about next is he says this is the next step and a much longer journey for us and the community. I mean, that 100% sounds like a gigantic multiplayer hint. Next step, first step, community. I mean, it really sounds like multiplayer to me.
One thing that I'm hoping to see someday in the game, I don't know if it's going to be in the next update, but maybe encountering alien cities.
I think that's a possibility.
That would be so sick.
Oh, I know, right?
I'm really, really hoping that, you just go into a space station or you go into a trade terminal and there's one doorway leading to another doorway, and it's all inside of the space. Just use the space in those big buildings. Make that procedural and different and customizable even. Imagine, having a home space station that you can customize all the different rooms in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Otto Croman. Otto. You with the 19 at the end of the year name. So he says, sorry, could you explain what is special about 505 games? Description. Yes. I've mentioned it a couple times, and I'm kind of beating it like it's a dead horse. But the description is the same description that was used to sell No Man's Sky the first time around, talking about something special at the center of the galaxy. It talks about limitless variety of animals that the animals that you see, maybe no one will ever see. And their entire gameplay. It talks about orbiting planets and some other things. So it's all the things that people have thrown in our face and Hello Games' face as lies. And they're using that text again on 505 Games to sell the game again. And I just kind of feel like, especially with Xbox One reviewers who review this game on Xbox, is going to use that text that's selling the game to them, to prove things are still not there. And I think that is either very telling, like what me and Panda kind of agree that maybe those things are actually, have been come to the fruition for for Hello Games, and or, it's going to be absolutely horrible. Oh my God, Kyle Cover hit the wrong button and donated. What's going on, buddy? Thank you so much. Hashtag Kyle Cover in the chat. Yeah, so thank you, buddy. What a co-bro. So yeah, man, either 505's the text either could be a huge positive or it's going to be really bad. But Open World Addict, what do you think Where is? Give me your theory.
I just heard about it today, so I don't have that much theory about it. I haven't followed the ARG because I've been pretty busy. So.
Okay. So yeah. So okay. So you don't. You know what? Stay away from it. Don't even pay attention to it until summer.
You don't know how lucky you are, Open World Addict.
Yeah, just enjoy the game, man. Enjoy the game.
Yes. Just keep playing. Ignore Where until summertime, and you'll be all right.
I do. I'll be honest though. Waging Titan does distract me from enjoying No Man's Sky in its current state a little bit. Because I get all hyped up about what is gonna be and not enjoying the present and what we have. And sometimes you forget to appreciate how absolutely phenomenal No Man's Sky is as a game right now. And I play it a lot, and even I find myself like, oh, I can't wait. But we have to appreciate where the game is now and from how far it's come from the beginning. I mean, it's so phenomenal.
100%.
I completely agree. I think for most of us in the community, is the game that we've all wanted most of our lives, most of our gaming lives. And I think whatever comes next, no pun intended, the community is going to love it. Haters are going to hate. There's going to be some sort of backlash regardless if next meets the expectations of the entire public or not.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
I agree. Yeah. We got a caller on the show. We've got Kevin. Kevin, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, man. How's it going?
It's going great, man. It's going great. Just enjoying talking about everything except for Where. Not enjoying that portion. What brings you on the show today, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just got off work. Thought I'd jump on, get into the chat a little bit. So.
It's awesome, dude. It's good to have you on, man. It's good to have you on. I'm putting everybody through this as they come on the show, so I'm going to ask you, what's your theory on Where?
Where? I think I'm as confused as everybody else. Regarding Where, it could go so many different directions. It's just been awfully cryptic and I think sort of labor intensive in regards to just sort of following out these next steps.
Yeah, so. I agree.
I find it labor intensive just to follow what's going on. Never mind actually get involved and solve any of it.
True.
You see, but this this Waking Titan is a bit different than the first. The first one was really difficult to follow, and it was really difficult to do recap videos on. But this time around, you get a couple things that update on the Waking Titan console, and then all of a sudden we get an email, and that's it. It's like, but it's what's behind these Waking Titan updates that is confusing, and that confusing thing is Where. It's like, okay, so it's easy to make a video about what happened, but it doesn't seem like it's important enough. But what the hell was Where? What is it? Kevin, are you under the assumption that Where could possibly be VR, or are you keeping that away from your theories?
I'm keeping it away because I think it's just more of to throw us off. I think I don't know. Sean tweeted those Legion tweets, and that show has to do with sort of like different kinds of virtual realities and stuff like that. And is he hinting that this is just all just sort of the hype and the build up, but at the same time, is it a roadmap maybe for Xbox at the same time for their, VR and stuff like that. So I'm just confused.
I'm going to put at the forefront of what I think Where could possibly be. There's two things. I think at the forefront, I think it's a way for us to create our own little mini games inside No Man's Sky. And that's why it's asking us. We're not developers, right? We're not developers, but they're asking us to submit our own game projects and game ideas. So maybe that's a hint to, hey guys, No Man's Sky's got this little campaign maker, a little game maker that you can use our assets and create your own game mode and invite other people to play through it. Almost like not as extensive as like Little Big Planet or not like Dreams for the PS4, nothing like that to that level, but at least a different, a way for us to create like little mini games. It's a possibility, but that's because it's asking us people who are not developers to create game ideas and submit them. So it's just it seems like that to me, but I'm not sure.
So if we look at what Waking Titan was in the first round and how it related to the actual game, you got a lot of the kind of present day vibe, and that No Man's Sky takes place in our future. That's pretty, and so Loop16 created, and that ties into some like the server room lore and the ringed feature lore that's in game. Kind of ties back to the Waking Titan lore that was given to us. So if Where is an extension of Waking Titan and is part of the lore in game of how No Man's Sky came to be, that's the kind of the way I look at it, is that Where is kind of how people got into the universe and stuck in the universe of No Man's Sky.
Yes, I said that too. I said that last night. Said that could be, take away the fact that they're not really going to send you a dev kit, even though they're saying they're going to send you a dev kit. But take away that fact and just think, okay, this is like any other Waking Titan site. It's part of the lore, and it's how we got stuck in there with Emily, or it's how this could be the beginning of the conversions that the Corvax have. I don't know, but that's the thing with this is that you can sit here and talk about one way that Where could be, and it makes complete sense. And then you could talk about a different way, and that makes sense. It's just like I can't make up my mind.
Well, like I still think that I don't know. I still think that the whole VR concept is pretty solid, rock solid from almost every angle when it comes to Where, because the actual letters VR are part of the logo, and the VR is something that you wear to experience gaming. So, and the thing I was mentioning before my reception started to get bad and I probably started sounding like a Corvax was PlayStation VR keeps going on sale, and it doesn't have any competitor in its segment, period. So there's no reason for it to go on sale. So it could be a response to something that Xbox has coming, because there are third-party VR headsets that are made by HP and Lenovo that have sensors inside that are not using like sort of a camera setup like PlayStation VR does and doesn't need a lot of external hardware, that could potentially, they could be updating the Xbox One X with a firmware update that allows those VR headsets to work with it to compete with PlayStation VR. And so PlayStation could be responding to this by reducing the price on its VR equipment by $100, because it used to be $399, then it was $299, and often goes on sale for $199 and comes with a game. And there's no reason for them to do that if there's nothing for them to compete with. That's why I think that the VR argument is a good one. And I think that at E3 we might see Xbox maybe discuss some VR stuff that might be coming for Xbox One. And if that happens, I will put on a tinfoil tracksuit and go running through my neighborhood like as fast as humanly possible.
You got to do it, Panda.
Yeah. We got a new caller on the show. We got Legend Productions. How you doing, bud?
Hey, Cobra. You okay, me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, dude. We can hear you. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. What brings you on today?
Yeah, I just got off work, and I thought I just saw that you were streaming, and maybe I thought I could join the show and listen to you guys and talk with you a little bit, share some stuff, maybe speculation.
Very awesome, dude.
I'm a long time follower now. I follow since like 2014. And
oh wow, really? Back when I was wearing a mask?
Oh no, I didn't see that one. Well, yeah.
Okay, good.
Since like first trailer of No Man's Sky, and yeah, it's the first time calling. Oh.
Well, awesome, man. I feel honored to have you on the show. Very, very honored, and it's a pleasure. Thoughts on Where?
Here, our community is the best.
Yeah, it is, dude. It really is. I mean, here we are. on the subcast talking about a game that's been out for almost 2 years. Isn't that cool? What a great community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait for the update. It comes out.
Oh, me too. Me too. What do you think's in it? What's your theories?
Oh, I got some speculations about it. Like maybe there's gonna be a terrain improvement, of course.
Right.
And maybe I thought about the night cycle in the game. Like it would be cool if it would be a little bit darker. You know, like darker nights.
Oh yeah.
Like you can't see anything, and you have to turn on your flashlight to see anything.
So that's when you know that Telegames has done a great job. When we're able to be like, all right, let's nitpick and say we just want these little changes, you know, because at the end of the day, the game is so great, you know, that we could all like if you asked every person what they want, everyone wants something a little bit different. But that just shows how awesome the game is now, you know.
it will add a little bit more danger, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like, more dangerous creatures coming at you, more hostile planets, sentinels, and it's dark. Like it seems more scary to you.
Am I one of the few people that would like to see different variety of ships? I personally think, especially a spacecraft, is an extension of like your shelter. So I would love to see bigger ships, probably not the size of freighters, obviously, but something in between a hauler and a freighter, like a mothership.
I agree.
Or something like that.
I want to see ships that are kind of like in Space Engineers, you know, where you can like go back into the back of it a little bit before you go out, you know, like a little bit of walking room on the inside and some like buttons and panels to do kind of a little bit of stuff. Maybe it's got a scanner. You could scan the a really huge variety of the land, or not a variety, but a large area of the land. Right. And then maybe, okay, well, like there's some Heridium way out there. So I'm going to get my rover out, which you can see parked inside it as well. You know, I think that would be kind of cool.
All right, I have an idea.
I agree.
Yeah, like we could, for example, there's a multiplayer, right? And we could fly on one ship together, like I don't know, four people on one ship.
Yeah.
Like you can walk around your ship and stuff, and one person is a pilot.
Just let me fly my freighter. Let me fly my freighter and have my friends park on my freighter, and let's all take my freighter around.
I feel like the freighters sometimes they're awesome. I love my freighter, but they're also a big waste of space. They're huge, and you only have access to a certain section of it. I would like to see if they are gonna update the freighters for, you know, all those lights that you see across the plank of the ship. I would like to be able to access some of those rooms if I wanted to. That'd be cool.
Procedural cities in the freighters.
Or procedural rooms in the freighters, or make them smaller. So, you know, you have rooms in there, so you don't have to technically build your own space. You can already have rooms and, you know, cockpit and places for smaller ships and places for your rover or your roamer. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah. If the building ship, this will be possible. You can also customize the interior as well.
Yeah.
Co-op farm building inside there or something.
Go ahead, Open World Addict.
One of the things that I would like to see is retrievable, like higher wingmen or people that can the NPCs that you can recruit that will fly by your side.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's the thing that I would really want.
Definitely, 100% agree with you, Open Red. That would be that would be awesome, dude. Very awesome. We got another caller on the show. We got Josh. Josh, how you doing, bud?
Good. How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Just having an awesome time talking to a bunch of No Man's Sky fans and travelers and explorers. Talking about next. Talking about where. What brings you on the show today?
I'm actually at work and found some downtime where nobody's bothering me, so I figured I'd call in because every time you do a show, I'm always at work or busy.
That's awesome, dude. It's awesome. You finally got a chance to call in, man. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. I'm going to put you through this. What do you think? What's your thoughts on Where?
No, I'm glad to put me through this, because it's funny, because everything that Panda had just mentioned moments ago, I actually have to align with 100%. And I'd also like to apologize if you can hear background noise. I work in a factory, so let me know if it's too noisy and I'll mute it or something.
Well, that's fine. It is a little bit noisy, so maybe when you're not speaking, maybe mute it then. But it's fine when you're talking. So you're under the assumption that where could possibly be VR.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's. I'm actually thinking it might be a hint at VR, but I kind of like the idea of putting together your concept of what it might be with what Panda was saying, to have some sort of an in-game reference to something that's to come. I could see that being a feasible thing, because it's not like they don't have a history at Hello Games of actually giving us multiple pieces of ideas that the rest of us have come up with, but we just never really thought to put them together.
So weird, this Where thing. It's so weird. So many different opinions, so many different theories. It's so crazy. It really is. Jason, we got Jason on the call. Jason's going to be our last caller for today. We're going to be ending the show here pretty soon. We're going to do this show every single day, but the daily show, we're going to try and keep it at about an hour. But then we're going to have 2 morning shows that are going to be long, and then 2 nightly subcasts that are going to be extremely long. But these daily shows, I'm going to keep them kind of short. How you doing, Jason?
I'm doing all right, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. It's good to have you back on the show from you were on last night, and we also had the Drunken Taco, which he ended up having to leave.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it sure was. Sure was. Where brings you on today, Jason?
Well, I thought you was going to put me through the ringer here when I thought about where.
I was getting to it. Go ahead, buddy. Thoughts on where?
I think where is actually what created the Atlas.
I don't think it created the Atlas. It's if it's anything, it's actually hurting the Atlas right now, because on the Waking Titan console, where is starting to come around, and Loop 16 is actually asking for our help.
Well, you see, I can't hardly keep up with Waking Titan. It's confusing to me.
Yeah.
So it maybe it's like the Atlas's arch nemesis, perhaps.
It could be. Also, what Where is doing? Where's a company from China, and on the Waking Titan thing, China was using like a ton of bandwidth over there. I guess because of Where, and that was the one that could not be shut down. And this is all part of the Waking Titan. It couldn't be shut down, and so whatever Where is, it's really powerful, and now seems like it's hurting the Atlas.
Maybe a virus in the system.
Could be.
It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe I'll land on a planet and see Neo flying around.
Someone commented on the chat that maybe that where's the simulation, it's what creates the simulation that we're currently in.
Yeah, I think Emily created the simulation. Where is actually going to transport us into that simulation, and then we all get stuck. Emily traps us, the Atlas traps us inside that simulation, and we can't get out.
So where is like the window?
To get us out?
Right, and that's how we all became travelers.
Just a bit. Podcast almost over.
I'm not sure.
I know this is the shortest time I've ever been on, but guys, I have guests in the house. I didn't know they were coming. So
okay, buddy.
I gotta go, guy.
All right, man.
Yep.
Thank you for coming on, Jason. Have a good one.
Hey, have a good one, man.
All right, bye.
Bye, Jason.
All right, so we're probably going to be getting off of here pretty soon, but we're going to be doing this every day. So if there's anything that we left lingering on the table, okay, so far we've got where could be, lore that is how we got inside No Man's Sky as travelers. We've got where could be VR and, real life. We got where could be parents just changed the name. Where could be a way for us to create our own mini games inside No Man's Sky. There's just so many different possibilities of what where could be. It could be its own game, period.
there's many ideas about it. And the where is the I think the biggest mystery in the whole Waking Titan.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it's trying to make itself look like it's socially real.
Yeah, the way it partners with other companies and has them listed on their website, that's the thing that really throws me off.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that they're stating that they're going to send out actual dev kits. You know, and I was talking about this last night, and I want to ask you guys' opinion, because I don't know the laws or anything like that, but when you run a contest, aren't you legally obligated? If you state, okay, we're running this contest, and these are the 2 prizes we're going to give out, aren't you legally obligated to give those prizes?
If you're a part of an ARG, are you? You know, so.
True. Very true. Yeah. Like, Your Honor, we're an ARG. Let me explain to you what an ARG is. It's all fake. I don't know.
I think a simple Google search can quell that concern real quick.
You know, because they are advertising they're going to be giving away a dev kit plus $1,000 check. So, I don't know. Imagine if neither of those 2 things came true. No money. Think about this. Not all 16 people got their cassette tapes.
Which is weird still.
Yeah.
Not everyone
Now,
gets Atlas
how
passes,
many glyphs were unlocked on WaitingTitan.com and how many cassette tapes were received?
Oh, good question. My memory stinks.
How many cassettes there are?
11 glyphs were unlocked. We got 5 more to go.
Yeah, that's another thing. When are we even gonna? Since we know what the glyphs are now, with the portals, are they even gonna finish that?
There's got to be. That's why I'm saying the original one has to be linked to the second one. You know, the 2 different parts of Waiting Titan, because they're still using the website. They wouldn't just leave that hanging there.
Yeah, very true.
Crazy.
It is. Don't. And they got till summer, I think, to finish it. And then, you know, if they don't wrap it up quick, I feel like 505 Games and Xbox won't be able to do a good marketing campaign for this game. I really don't think they'll be able to. What I'm hoping is right around E3, we see something new. And not just for me because, you know, I want to see something new, but for the Xbox community. I want to see this have a good launch for the Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully. They just need one good trailer. They need to put out a trailer early, you know, much earlier than they have with the other updates. You know, you can't do it one day before and expect anyone to go out and buy it. So,
and
right.
Xbox players must also see what's in the updates also before they buy
in the original release, though. Didn't they only start pushing the advertisements for PlayStation only within the first week or 2 on the initial release?
Yeah, Sony. The only support really Sony gave them is the floor at a couple E3s, and then advertising right at the very, right before the launch. And
yeah, cause I'm pretty sure that PSX and E3, and then the couple of like Facebook ads the week leading up to release, those are the only advertisements I recall seeing. Which makes sense of why everybody you asked said they had never heard of it, because I didn't hear of it until I had gone looking for a space sim game.
Oh yeah. Isn't that strange? A lot of people didn't even hear about this game, and I'm just like, I was so dumbfounded. I'm like, this seems huge to me, and I can't find anybody that knows what this game is. So strange.
That's weird.
All right, guys, I think we're gonna go and shut it down for. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of people, everyone on the internet knows about it. That's weird.
Yeah, a lot of people on the internet, but not hardly anybody that I've ever ran into.
Everyone,
it's so strange.
Your friends or your real life people.
Yeah, definitely.
That's your them on.
So, does anybody have any YouTube channels you guys want to shout out? I know Ivy Mike has an amazing YouTube channel. If you guys haven't checked him out, go check out Ivy Mike. He does a lot of great streams, permadeath cave matches and things like that. Just a really interesting channel. So go check out Ivy Mike. And there he goes. He commented in the chat. So just click on his name, go to his channel. Remember, guys, we are we're not just a No Man's Sky community. We're not just a Cobra TV community. I like to call us a constellation. And in order for us to be a constellation, we have to reach out to each other's channels, connect the dots, connect that constellation, and subscribe to each other in the chat. Let's support each other more than any other community ever has. So let's all subscribe to each other.
I appreciate that so much, Cobra.
No problem, buddy.
Sounds good.
And we got the Hidden Panda. We got the Hidden Panda show. Panda's on the show as well. Panda, you want to go ahead and shout out your channel?
Yep, check out the Hidden Panda show. We predominantly stream No Man's Sky and make No Man's Sky videos, but every now and again we do other stuff. If you're pretty good at speculating without turning that to expectation, then you'll really like our channel because we speculate pretty darn hard over there. So give us a try, guys.
Oh yeah, Panda, I'm a subscriber of your channel, Panda, and I want to thank you for the Galactic Consortium video. you put it in back then because I found out about it from you, and I just got all my glyphs gathered, and I appreciate that, dude. That helped me get all those glyphs, you know. And then go to those planets, the farms, earn some units. Yeah, that's really helpful, man.
I appreciate that. For people that are getting just getting started with No Man's Sky, that kind of want to get caught up and prepare for the next update, TOG has a really good they have a planet where you can go. You just need the first 2 glyphs. You can get the other 14. Look up the Galactic Consortium on Reddit or through the No Man's Sky Amino. Basically...
I'm a member of the Amino Hub.
That's awesome. So... yeah, we've got a lot of farmed in our database there where you can get a lot of units really quickly. You just need the 16 glyphs. And just like he said, it's really easy. So you get your 16 glyphs through the TOG glyph planet, and we have a ton of farms in our database where you can go and just rack up cash. So check that out.
That's really cool to prepare for the next update. Nice.
Very awesome. Does anybody else have a YouTube channel you want to shout out?
Oh yeah, I have one. It's the same name, Legend Productions.
Okay, Legend Productions.
I'm
awesome.
I'm just making a trailer for you. Like you said, just everyone making a fun trailer.
Yeah.
To share. I'm trying to get to make one.
Awesome. If anybody tweets up, if anybody makes a fan trailer or you connect by leaving a message. Hold on. Huh? Oh, my son's telling me he's little. He's telling me to ask for 1 million likes.
Try to do it.
Go ahead, say it. Shout it right there. No, louder. 1 million likes. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. If anybody uses the huh?
Yeah, and about my videos, I have lots of videos. I'm making short videos, like from 3 to 6 minutes long. You know.
Awesome.
Yeah, many people on the Amino app love this stuff. So yeah, you can check this out and see some of my stuff.
Very awesome. Very awesome.
Are you with the No Man's Sky your channel right now?
Amino? Oh, what?
Are you with No Man's Sky Cafe or just Amino?
I'm in both, and Cafe and Amino.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Guys, if you make a trailer, make sure you private message, DM me on Twitter, so that because it gets lost in my Twitter feed, and I lose things there. It gets buried. So DM me any trailers or DM me any speaker pipe messages that you send me, or anything you want me to add to the show. Please either send it to me in a message on Facebook or a message on Twitter, because it's going to get buried and lost, and I don't want that to happen. We're going to do the live show every day, probably around this time, close to this time, give or take an hour. I guess that's all I have. Did everybody shout out their channels? We got Legend Productions, Hidden Panda, Ivy Mike. Anybody else?
I don't have a channel, but I support everybody. I game under Cuz Walt, and you know, everybody does a really great job, and I super enjoy, you know, everybody that streams and everybody that puts out content.
Awesome, very awesome. If I see a couple more people that want to join the show, we're getting ready to end it. I promise you. Message me when we go live again, and I will put you guys on first, and which will be tomorrow, probably around the same time. I want to thank you guys for coming on the show, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it too, Cobra. I finally managed to join because I'm in Europe, you know, and my time when you usually stream, I'm I'm about to work, so I've had no time.
Oh, that stinks, man. Well, I'm glad you came on the show today, man. It's been an honor to have you on.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Thanks for having me on, Cobra.
All right, guys. Thanks, dude. Everybody stay safe out there, and stay alive, stay healthy, and remember, we're Constellation, so reach out to everybody in the chat, subscribe, and maybe they don't have any videos yet. Maybe they plan on it, so subscribe anyway. Let's connect. Connect. All right, guys.
Constellation.
That's right. We are a constellation. Maybe that'd be a good T-shirt. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. If you're on the show, you're more than welcome to Cappy to keep coming on as many times as you want. And
so tomorrow is the morning show, right?
Well, tomorrow probably the same time.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay.
Thank you, Cobra.
All right,
thanks so much, man. See you guys later.
All right, bye, guys. Have a good one.
Later,
Bye. Bye, Cobra.
See you guys.
Bye.
Everybody, I hate to throw out this interruption, but it's probably for the best. I gotta go because I don't know where I'm at.
You better put seatbelts on your ears because Cobra's about to take them for the ride of their life on Cobra TV.
And when we ship the game, not everything will be possible, but this is a game I think we're going to be making for quite a while, you know, even after it comes out.
You have these people that are going to be able to buy this game on Xbox, and they are being actively driven away by people who haven't played this game in the last year. They're going off of this whole idea that, like, Sean Murray lied in 2016, and they're still using that to steer people away from No Man's Sky. And it's an unfair criticism. We have to be louder than the people that are talking about 2016 and driving away potential, new members of our community in the Xbox crowd for something that, one, wasn't true then and is especially no longer.